Here it is, and it is preparing by contacting to the Microsoft server. So Danish, you want to add something?
No,
We're
that's it.
done.
We're done. We're done for today. It's almost 4 o'clock right now. So guys, how are you guys feeling? You guys learn anything today?
Yeah.
What about you, Stan?
I learned a lot.
Learn a lot, man. I love it when you do this, when you get this recording and we start again. Imagine how many things are going to come across you, and then you're going to be playing around with it. So the idea behind this is that you're going to come to these applications, you're going to get in Office 365, and you're going to try to learn something on your own as well, right?
Yeah.
Because you're going to, if you feel like there's a feature that you want to learn more about, go to Office 365 and Google it, that features. Let's say OneDrive. We didn't touch OneDrive yet. Maybe tomorrow we'll do a little bit on that. But we don't go into application specific training because that's another world of its own. So that's where when you land a job, if they're using it heavily, then of course they're going to have documentation. At the same time, now you know where to go. You're going to go to the Microsoft website, and you're just going to find more documentation about it. That's one of the key about your job. What? To know documentation, to read documentation. And phase 2, you're going to be doing all of these tiny things again. And what Ali showed you, this lab is available on Practice Lab. And then phase 2, you're going to be also seeing a full kind of like a troubleshooting on each and every tiny things in phase 2 after probably 1 or 2 weeks when I give you that access. So you're going to get back into these things. But the only thing is that the cool thing, you already know that the network. You already know the network in your head. You already know how we do things. So even if you're doing a very tiny specific things, which is going to bore the hell out of you, but that's fine. You as a technician needs to get that thing, understand that thing, that working on documentation and fixing is a stressful thing, but you got to take it, right? That's a reality of our job, right?
Yeah.
If somebody tells you that this job is going to be awesome, easy job, you're just going to go right click on it, and you're going to fix something like that. That's not what this job is about. You got to still work on documentation and learn and do things multiple times to be able to get to that level, okay?
Yeah.
So now we're done with this training. Now let's go back to the issues. And Ali, you can stop sharing your screen.
Right.
Thank you, Ali, so much. And
Most welcome.
if you want to start, Rahal, you can start sharing your screen, get into your lab, and tell me where you are having issues. So let's quickly resolve that. And then Stan, bring up your information already, so then when I get to your stuff, so it's ready to go.
So first of all, Danish, what is the difference between, I have a question, like what is the difference between, like for example, yesterday I was at work, so I have a laptop over there, so I get into the laptop and go to the system information where the domain name shows. So in that name, it shows my company's name, SunSuite.local.
Okay.
So what is the difference between?
So they're using .local, their domain. The name that they give is .local. They're not they're not using .org, .com.
Yeah.
It doesn't, like you can, when you created your Active Directory, you could have given a .local, but still that's an Active Directory connected environment, right?
So that's basically no difference. It's the same thing, it's just a name, difference of name.
Because they maybe, what's that again? Sorry, what's the name of it? .com already as a site? I don't know.
Yeah.
Right?
They have their website.
But they don't want to use two same together. They want to do. They want to separate the local headquarter network and not connect to the site, basically.
Okay. And I just got a question right now. So like, there are so many computers. There are so many user attached to the domain, right? So if somebody told me, okay, you have to set up a machine for that user. Okay, I set up the machine. So I take all the username, note down the username, passwords. So if that guy, for some days, that guy gonna tell me, hey, you know what? I need that software in my machine. So that's my responsibility to download that software in his machine, or I can tell him, hey, you can download it.
His machine is your machine in the company. You are the admin. You're the help desk. So the machine that we give to the users are a part of the company, and it comes under IT department. So anything that goes on that machine has to go through your department.
So
Based on the company's policies, they may allow the user to download their own software, which is highly unlikely, which is very unsecure. I will never trust users. So you are going to be trained in a way that you are going to go there and install that software for it. But here's the thing, you also need to then go through your security, or there could be approval system for applications from your security team that they will probably say, hey, we do not allow these certain applications. If it comes in this category, don't proceed for installation. So you have to go through there. You got to write a ticket, assign it to them. When they approve it, comes back to you, and then you install the software for them. Okay.
So basically, I will get into that system through remote desktop.
Both ways. I mean, you can go directly to their machines and when they're downloading it from there. But tomorrow you're going to learn a new way of installing. Actually, this is coming. That's a good question. So tomorrow we're going to learn the skills of installing a software from manual, from share to deployment. So you're going to learn manually, you're going to learn through remote stuff, and you're going to learn it through the deploying. Like what will happen when somebody asks you, the CEO comes in tomorrow and say, hey, we need to deploy this application to 300 machines tomorrow. Are you going to go do it one by one? Of course, you're going to spend like another 2 weeks with it.
That's right.
So then we have to teach you some of the skills like that. But most likely in the beginning, people don't expect you to know these things.
Yeah.
You're learning it because you want to build that confidence.
Yeah. Sorry. So the question I asked you before about the disabled account and I think I put staff machine as in the admin group. Maybe that's why the account was not disabled.
No, what I mean, when you disable account, it's disabled, right?
It's disabled,
Yeah. So,
but that time that account was not disabling.
Yeah, why don't we just go ahead and open it?
Yeah.
I mean, let's just do it that way and see if we can.
Let me open.
Okay. And we can troubleshoot it, right? If we find a solution, good. If you don't, then we'll just have to kind of like find later on to see why this is not happening.
Yeah.
So Stan, also try to come up with your questions and also your system, so we can also get to you after this. And that's good because what he's asking is exactly your learning as well. So it's good stuff. Just one request, since I like these questions, Rahal, I might blur your face and I might put this on
no problem.
YouTube community, because these are questions that a lot of people ask, so it's better.
That's fair. Yeah. Let me open the machine.
Ali, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Oh, I thought you went for some nashta or something,
No, I've done before.
I think we'll talk about that later on, the rest of the network stuff.
Sure.
Okay. So Rahul, you're sharing your screen?
Yeah, right now I'm just logging in. Okay, I'm gonna share. Yeah.
Okay, so let's do the scenario right here. Let's see what's
so user.
Oh, okay.
Staff user, not machine user.
Okay, so staff users right here. Okay, then you come here.
Right click. So I want to disable this account.
Okay, you disable that account.
Yeah. Okay. Now from my side, it's disabled. Yeah.
Okay.
So now
you go to the staff machine now.
Yeah.
And
so you can sign out also over the files.
Okay, so you go double click here. So let's do other user.
Yeah.
You're doing a domain, staff, same password.
Same password, yeah. So.
Okay, so now you're saying that this staff is an admin.
Yeah, I put this machine in the admin group too, so that's why. But right now, like this is open,
Yeah,
It's
no,
not disabled.
yeah. So let's try to remove it from the admin, because if you put that in
Yeah.
admin, then it is disabled though.
Organize member of, yeah.
So then after that, this make sure that enable and disable it one more time, just to kind of make sure that it gets the new.
Okay.
All right. So, and then another thing I would like you to do in this scenario is to run or without running, restart the machine. Did you restart the machine when you do the disable?
Yeah, yeah. I restart. Yeah.
So let's go ahead and do that. And by the way, this is the icon right here when it says disabled. You guys see this? There's a little
Yeah.
icon.
Yeah. It's down, down.
How else would you find that if it's disabled? Remember that you can also use a script, right? If you have the opportunity or ability to use the scripts, because a lot of people,
Yeah.
I said in the beginning, it's a security thing. Some people may let you use the scripts. When you show them, they may be okay with that, but some people may not let you download the scripts directly, okay?
Yeah.
But at least you know, there's certain things like the reason we teach you stuff like that, it opens up your mind. Like it opens your, okay, I can learn more stuff now, right?
Yeah. On job, if somebody gonna ask me about this thing, so I can easily explain all the stuff. Like, hey,
yeah, and you can talk about
script,
it. In the training, we downloaded scripts, and when you talk about scripts, you talk about Active Directory in a way like that, then they know this person is not just a normal person who watched a YouTube video for 5 minutes. If they don't like that, if the person is a little tricky with you, or want to know a little bit more technical stuff from your end, so then yeah.
Now it's working.
So probably the admin piece of it. But again, this is also, I'm not sure because I haven't seen you, the whole process, I haven't seen this. So right now, I mean, the few troubleshooting that I would do is you told me that you give it an admin rights, which kind of makes it a little weird that admin rights where the user will be having issues. You disable it. The first thing is, of course, to restart the machine to make sure you did that. Sometimes we forget that, or maybe you did it. You restart the machine. Like I told Stan before, he was having an issue, and when he restarted the machine, that got fixed. And many of the people, 80%, almost 90% of the issues get resolved with restarting a machine. Don't get into advanced troubleshooting before you do the basic troubleshooting.
Yeah.
It's a very common thing. A lot of people, when they're new, and even people with a lot of experience, like me myself, we forget this, and we start getting into things, and we spend like 1 hour, 2 hours, and what the hell, this thing is not working, man. Let me just restart it.
Yeah.
Right? As soon as I restarted it, it works. So now you're thinking, did my troubleshooting fix this, or did the restart fix it? Now you're in another dilemma, right? So start with basic stuff. Start with just restart the machine, bring it up, and then if you see that still didn't work, check mark it. I restart the machine. Let's go with the permissions. Now, this is a very good example right here that why we are so hard on Active Directory, because everything is connected to Active Directory. So once you know this Active Directory pretty well and how do you use troubleshooting methods and Active Directory permission stuff like that, your mind starts working like crazy in IT. Like you get to resolve so many questions, so many issues. And a lot of people complain about, where do I learn troubleshooting? This is where you learn troubleshooting. You got to get better at this, then go and think about the other tiny, things, Try to know where it's coming from, right?
Yeah.
Because you even told me I didn't know this. Maybe I would have a little struggle finding this issue, but you told me that I give it maybe more rights.
Yeah.
Well, you see, knowing Active Directory made you able to say that, or else you would have no clue what's going on.
That's right.
Right? So at least the training is successful then, a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. So that's good. So what's up with, is there anything else with you?
No, that's it. I write so many questions right here. It's probably
Awesome,
full of shit. So when I'm
Hey,
watching
look, you're
videos again,
committed, you're passionate, we are committed with you. Look, our training was about to end 2 o'clock. We're on
yeah,
almost 4:30 right now.
yeah, it's like,
So to us, like I said, it doesn't matter at the end. We want to see how happy you are and how passionate you are. It doesn't matter because we have passion to teach you.
yeah,
We're going to go with you all the way in. So that's what you're doing is great. I mean, like I said, some people like to take notes. Some people just want to wait. They get the videos and they do it on their own time. So we got every type of people. All right, let's going back to Stan. What's up, Stan? What kind of issues are you having? Stan, are you there?
Yeah.
Go ahead and share your screen. So let's see what kind of issue or you want me to, oh no, actually, I need to get into your machine, right? Or do you want me to take over just like Rahal?
All right, I've shared my screen.
Okay, go ahead and do that. Let's see what kind of stuff you're having issue. So Rahal can learn from you and you can learn from Rahal. I mean, I think you guys should add yourself on a LinkedIn. And then one of the things that you guys will do, you guys are going to add yourself in our company because that's another thing that we show people, right? In remote internship. And then add yourself with each other because tomorrow if you both land a job, then I think you guys should really help each other.
yeah. So we can easily resolve each other's problem.
I don't know if you can directly resolve. That's a little legal stuff, but at least you can help them, right?
Yeah.
All right. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can do. I see your screen.
So this is my help desk, and I type remote network. Then when I wanted to, I have to do that on my server, right?
You're trying to lock him out? Lock somebody out?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, go to the server. You install this application in there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and go to your server is open already on the right side. Just go to that. There you go.
So when I type help desk 900C.
Rahal, you should watch this too and let me know what kind of issues we should resolve here, right?
And I take connect.
Okay.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. So now
And
let's go back to the yeah.
I go to
What would you do to the first thing? What would you do to first find out if the machine is on or not? You already know that it's on, right? That's cleared up, right?
yeah. So the first thing I have to do is I have to right click on the Windows menu, go to Systems.
Okay.
Then it'll take me down to Info System.
But why are you doing this on a domain machine?
I want to check if the.
But you're trying to connect from domain.
Yeah.
Why would you use this machine?
Oh, I have to use the help desk machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're trying to remote into that, right? From here.
Yeah.
So what would you do?
Go to remote settings.
In the help desk machine, right?
Oh yeah. So I had a problem. I was doing. This is not my help desk machine. This.
Okay. Let's go back to the help desk and find out where the issue is then.
All right. Go to my help desk.
I like this, man. This is awesome.
Systems.
Finish my third chai, Rahal.
Yeah.
Systems infos.
Hold on. It's on. You already have that option on. What is the issue right here?
It's already.
But what is the issue? Both of you, this is a great example for you. What's the issue over here?
So I check firewall.
Wait. Before firewall, there's something you did a mistake right there.
Oh. That's what I'm missing.
What are you missing? Okay, you go to remote desktop and you're typing what? Help desk 900C, right?
Yeah.
Look at the name of your machine.
It's the same machine.
No. Look at the name of this machine right there.
900.
Help desk 900C.
That's a virtual. Remember,
Yeah.
a virtual is a template. Did you actually change the name of the machine?
What is the name of machine?
Oh, Ali.
No. Well, look at your screen. What does it say right there? Like if you go down a little bit, it says what? Computer name is what?
Desktop
Oh.
/JV.
Your issue is right there, Sam.
Oh, right here.
You have to go into the machine and name the machine basically first.
Oh, I see that.
Operating system is not. Operating system is not. So I love this situation because it's a very normal mistake that people can make in virtualization, because you feel like you went and you created a template and that's going to change also the operating system name. That doesn't work that way.
Yeah. Oh, right
So
here.
now here's the thing. You can change it over here, and then you have to restart the machine again, by the way, for it to work. But you could have also used the same name. But again, I mean, you want to make it simple.
Yeah.
So very simple mistake that you did, right?
Yeah.
But again, attention to detail. You have to, when you troubleshoot things, you got to make sure you look at few things. Because my first shot was like, I want to see what a computer name he is using. Because I knew if he had enabled RDP, most likely I knew that you did that mistake. Or you put like a wrong, because sometimes we do mistakes, right? We work on so many different computers. So we'll go and say, to be honest, one time I was working way back when I was working in a help desk, and I named help desk like, the D after, C and stuff like that. I made a mistake in there. And another technician, he was working for 1 hour, trying to figure out, man, this thing is not working. What the hell is this? So then when I found out that shit, I used a bad name. So then, I kind of, when he was not working, I changed it quickly, right? So, because I knew he was going to get really pissed at me, right? Like he spent so much time, right? So these are the mistakes that are normal. So what do? You first check the, CMD, ping the computer. If the ping is working, it's then great. Then it's probably going to get connected. If ping is not working, then a few things is the computer is down. And then if that is not working, then you need to enable the remote desktop. If that's not working, then you probably did a mistake in the name. If that's also not working, then probably there's a firewall issue.
So when I'm pinging, I have to look for the IP address here first, right?
Every time you ping another machine, you got to know the IP address of another machine, right? You're using one machine to know if the other machine is available on network or not. What kind of response you're going to get.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now if you log into this and then try, I'm pretty sure that it's going to work unless there's a different issue. So let's try that.
So I wanted to go to Active Directory and do the setup again.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you can do this from any machine right now. Any machine that has an RDP, all of them has RDPs in there, right? You can either use your server, but the server, you have this lockout application installed that we want you to kind of learn about, because you want to use that on your resume as a term. So you want to kind of like, the reason you're doing this practice is because you want to then tell people that in my lab, I have Netflix installed and I learn how to actually know about stuff like that. So a lot of people may say, oh, you cannot install softwares in the company like that. They won't let you do it. Forget about that stuff. We don't care about that. Companies already have systems like that are already going to need to impress people, right? So don't get into that kind of conversation with people that what you can do, what you can. When you go to the company, you already know they're using systems out there. How you're going to impress people in the interview is why you're doing all this practice, okay?
Yeah.
That's what we call our unique training, because we found a little solutions right here to impress people. So
then is it normal for my cursor to be moving around like this?
Yeah, because I'm on your screen and it's kind of a little slow. That's probably just normal because it depends on what kind of network you're using. So that's fine. Now, why are you in group policy, by the way?
I want to set up account and set up
account.
Account lockout.
Account lockout. Good. Let's do that. Let's put a policy in there. So where's the policies?
Oh,
In the computer, yeah, in the computer. Then go to Windows settings. And it's a what? Security policies, right?
Yep.
And
Account policies. Then
lockout policies.
Policy.
Yeah, go ahead and set up that. Yep. The second option, not this one, sorry. Go down, go back to left, and yeah, account policies. There you go. Now configure the first one. It's going to automatically give you 30 minutes for the rest. So just say define, click on that, and just click OK on that. Apply and OK. So you see it set up the rest of the two automatically. So 5 invalid logons that you can practice now. Let's go to the staff machine, any machine, help desk machine, turn that on, and go to the RDP. Okay, now well, RDP, you're already in RDP machine, so you're going to be using another machine. Like type like, let's say, actually go back and do this from a domain controller because we want to know the source right here. You're on the same source, so
yeah,
it's not a good example. Do it from the domain controller. Now, first find out if your original issue is working or not. Help desk 900C.
It's a magic.
All right, connect. Did you put the right name in there again?
No.
Are you sure you put the same name in the when you were using that computer in there? Now, okay, how do you find out that it's connected to your Active Directory? Go back to Active Directory and open Active Directory. I mean, you gotta confirm it, right? You don't want to just blindly start typing another machine name, right? You should first go open an Active Directory and confirm what machine it got added there.
Computer.
So now you're using the skills of quickly going to Active Directory, finding out where the problems are, how to fix things. So now expand that, and computers.
What's the name of machine?
Mm-hmm.
Help desk.
Help desk 900C. So it's the correct name.
There's some capital letters. Does it
no, in the capital letters, that's nothing to do with that. So go and try ping now. Ping, go to CMD and try ping.
Hey, Danish, what if his virtual machine has the same name and his client machine has the same name? So
I need an IP address, right?
No, you don't need. You just type the name of that machine. What do you mean by the name of the machine?
Ping help desk.
So every time you type ping, you gotta write something in front of it, right? Ping
help desk.
The IP address is right there, right?
Yeah.
So what could be the issue? What could be the issue over here?
Can I go to firewalls and check again?
Yeah, go and do that. On the help desk machine, check your firewall. Remember, when you're fixing an issue on a different machine, you're fixing an issue on that machine, not on your domain, right?
Yeah.
So search for firewall.
Control panel.
Just type firewall in the search bar. So open that firewall, the bottom option. That's fine. You can go from here too. So let's turn it off. That's the number one thing I would do in my lab machine because a lot of issues can come with it, just security stuff. So go ahead and turn it off.
Right here.
Mm-hmm. And then click on off all three of the options. Bottom one, off. So in the real environment, like I said, they will have a better security. Everything is probably working already in the environment. You don't need to deal with this kind of stuff. In the lab environment, because they're new machines, brand new operating systems, you're going to come across certain issues like this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So now let's go back and do ping first. And when you do ping in the domain, you don't need to type it again. Hit the arrow key that's above your keyboard. There's an arrow key above going up like that. So it's like plus sign, right? The above arrow key. Click on that. There you go. So you learned something?
Yep.
So what's happening now?
Send 4, receive 4. So
it's working. There's no zero loss. It's working. So now if you do a remote desktop now, let's do it from that machine, same machine. From the domain controller, do a remote desktop again. Domain controller, you're on the client. Yep. There you go. So again, a tip that in a real environment, you're not going to go and turn off your firewalls. That's a security issue. But most likely, most of the systems are designed in a way that things are working like this. Ping, stuff like that, usually works because a lot of people troubleshoot things, right? So your security administrator, system administrator have designed the network in such a way that it works.
There we go.
So there you go. Your problem is fixed now. If you want to now lock out that account, what are you going to do? You're going to do more choices. And no, not here. You're locking administrator account. More choices on the bottom. Mm-hmm. Use a different account.
Yeah.
And now what you want to do is type the username, which is whoever you want to lock out. Who do you want to lock out?
Dex.
This is an administrator. You don't want to lock out administrator.
Oh, Ali.
Ali, yep. You don't want to lock yourself out, right? And then keep doing it for like 6 times. Say, okay. It's not going to work. Go back in there. And then type it again. Keep doing it.
Oh, more choices, right?
Yeah, just keep doing like random stuff in there. No.
It's already in there.
It's already in there. So you got to keep doing that in that box. Yep. To lock yourself out. There you go. 1, 2. There you go. There you go. Doing more time. Yeah, do it one more time. Hold on. Do it one more time now. There you go. What is it saying now?
Yes, as security precautions, the user account has been locked.
Yeah, and sometimes, like I say, you may be using a customer or a client or staff member be using a web application that is using Active Directory account. They may not get this kind of error. That's Windows RDP is designed that way that they give you this option, right? So this is where people are going to start calling you like, hey, I'm having an issue right now. I cannot do this, all that kind of stuff. So that's where the problem will start. And then you will use this product that we are showing you, Netrix. Remember, why are you using this in this training? Because you want to talk about it. You want to put this on your resume. That way you use a tool like this to basically learn this kind of stuff. Then you can also use a script to learn about this stuff. Make sense?
Yeah.
Boom, there you go. How do you unlock it? Right click and unlock and you're good to go. And you can unlock it. Let's say if someone say we don't allow this tool, how would you unlock this user?
Go to the domain Active Directory.
Active Directory from your?
From my machine.
What is that? What is that term?
Client
Disable.
RSAT.
RSAT. There you go. Perfect. Man, you guys are technicians right now. You guys are IT pros, bro. Okay, guys. Any other question before we go?
So basically, Stan, what he's doing, going from his machine to a different machine and locking a third person, not that machine.
You can lock out any person.
Any person, yeah.
Yeah.
But when you do this kind of stuff and you're trying to mess with people, of course somebody's gonna know where you're doing it, where this is coming from, right?
Yeah.
But people do this, right? People do this by mistake, by going to training machines, by some room, some meeting.
Next question. So when I go to my
What's the question?
Oh, okay. When I go to the labs, I can log onto Windows 7. They're asking for administrator.
Windows 7. Where is that?
For the first lab.
In the practice lab?
Yeah.
So you have to use their authentication. Are you using their password that in the practice lab that they're giving you, or the connect option?
I use the one that you sent to the email.
No.
And when you do practice lab, when you get into their practice lab, you got to use their password, whatever they give you. So if you open the practice lab, I can quickly show it to you.
Okay,
so
I'm in the practice lab right now.
I don't see your screen. Like what screen are you on? Your screen is showing Azure access, no access. It says no access.
Can you see it now?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there you go. Okay. So, okay, in the practice lab, when you try to get into machines, which one are you talking about? PLab Win701?
Yeah.
Go ahead and turn that on. Because remember, this is a different system, right? Okay. All the different systems, everything inside is different. They have their own method of communicating with machines and stuff like that. So first of all, I will tell you that in this training, do not try to follow their steps for this lab, because that's a total different thing. Whatever we are teaching you, you just need to get into these applications and kind of like follow what Ali is teaching you. And then most likely we want you to come back to your own server and do these kind of things directly on your machines, because after 60 minutes on the bottom you see, they will go away. Everything is going to get wiped out. So if you feel like that you spend some time on this and that goes away, then that's the reason, right? So now it says that it's coming up, but what machines are you on? You're on domain controller right now, right? That's the first machine that is on right now in this PLab DC01, right?
Oh, I wanted this one off.
Oh, no. Don't know. You remember, do not turn off domain controller in any labs. Why? Because that's your main machine that's giving connection to every machine in this lab. Every time you open one practice lab instance, you are a part of that domain controller right now. All these machines are what? Connected to that domain. That's why they put it on top to tell people to do not turn that one off. Every lab you're going to see domain controller, by the way. So that's fine. Go back to PLab Win7, right? Click on it. Click on it. Yeah, there you go. So you see, when you click on it, it will automatically connect you to the machine.
Yeah.
As an administrator. But if you see, like, if you got locked out or you logged off from this machine, where would you find information in PLab? Look at the I icon on the top. On the top right side. Top right side. Go to right. This I right here. I and this circle. I like as a letter. Right. Go to right. Go to right.
Oh, maybe this thing is stopping me.
There you go. Click on that.
Oh, okay.
You see it?
Yep.
So there you go. But practice lab, like I said, don't worry too much about practice lab yet, because this access that you have is for 1 year.
Oh, okay.
Got it? So you got to come back to this again, because like I said, this is a $48,000 value. It's a very big access, and I love it. but it only works, it's only beneficial for you when you learn the training stuff and you are able to consume this information in your head, right? You got to understand this. There's a lot of stuff in there. There's routers, switches, so many things that after when you land a job, this is what people miss. This is what people look for throughout their career. They try to look for something like this to make it easy for them to learn real systems. So what people do in reality, they try to build their own labs. But that's an old school way, because they stressed out. They're like, okay, man, I don't have time for this kind of stuff. They give up, right? Okay. And it takes them more time to develop skills. And that's where a lot of people get stuck in the help desk. But since you're a part of this platform, you're going to come back and use this access then to grow in your career, okay?
Yeah. All right, one more question.
Uh-huh.
I know about this positioning, but I cannot actually do it like very good. Are you going to do like training for that?
What position?
To partition a disk, like
partition disk.
Partition disk is all done in phase 2.
Oh, okay, thank you.
So when we give you phase 2, it's a testout.com access. So they have like this disk full lectures on this. So somebody has to first explain you what are different type of levels of disks. You need to understand that, and then later on, they're going to show you do this step, do this step, do this step, and simulate it. Basically, simulate is like not a real system. It's like it looks like exactly a real system, but then you have to follow exactly the same steps for you to be able to do these type of labs. Then.
So basically, disk partition is for the hard drives.
Yeah, of course.
Because users might give you a computer to install it from start to the end and install softwares, this kind of stuff.
Yep. Well, like I said, there are too many things in IT that you're going to come across to be able to say that, oh, am I going to cover that or this? No one training in this whole world can cover every single thing about the million gazillion code that Windows have written, right? Yeah. So, but the only thing you need to prepare your mind for is that if you know the basic disk, you know what disk is. If you go to a job and this is a very disk-oriented company, then of course you're going to learn it from them. That's not a problem. They'll teach it to you. Okay. But as long as you can do the phase 2 and you learn about the basics, you don't need to go in any details of none of our training. This is where some of the people get stuck, that when they get this, they build this mentality of, I need to learn this, so then I will go to the work and then I will be worried about it. What you're learning is enough for you to get your worriness away right now. But you only take that kind of stress when you land a job then. Because you cannot become a master, not even in 6 months, not even in 1 year, right? Because there's too many things for you to be worried about. So don't think about that kind of stuff right now. Now, here's the thing. Why are you not logging into this? Why are you tried this like 2 times right now. Why is this happening? What mistake have you done before?
He shut down his server.
He shut down his server. There you go. It tells you log on is not available. So there you go. The domain controller needs to be turned on. So here's a very good example for you to not shut down the server. And this is a very good example when we tell people why we don't give help desk entry-level access to the server, right?
Yeah.
Guys, this is a really good example. And I'm going to use this on YouTube, by the way. Because I like to tell people, like, this is the reason we don't give entry-level access to the servers. Now imagine you just totally brought down the whole company. Stan, what did you do, man?
I know, right?
Look, it's working now. So guys, this is a really good information. And again, I'm going to use this on YouTube. I will blur your faces, okay? Yeah. Because this is really good stuff for a lot of people to know about real stuff. Because I didn't plan for this stuff, right? I was just sitting with you guys trying to answer your question right on the spot, and we fix some of the things. That's how we do IT, by the way. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. So, great. Tomorrow, you guys are going to be up again?
Oh, yeah.
All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow then.